Mercury is about to station direct. We are on the cusp of the spring equinox. Welcome or welcome back, everyone, to the Mind, Body, Soul Evolution. My name is Debbie. We are pulling cards today for the week of the 16th through the 22nd. So again, and I have two decks here. So I'll just decide from sign to sign what deck to use. So Mercury stations direct. So in Pisces on the 20th of March. So just because the station's direct, though, but we're still going to feel the effects, or the ripple effects, or the shadow through the 30th, or through the end of the month, right? But that's okay. We're going to feel a lot more lighter, especially as spring comes in the northern hemisphere of the U.S. We just went to daylight savings time, so we're feeling a sense of renewal, right? So as Mercury starts to station direct, right, brings about, we have better communication style. We are reflecting on our emotions, and we're doing a bit of a life review. So here's the thing about 2026. We have Mercury goes retrograde 3 times in 2026, and each time it is in a water sign. The year of 2026 is going to be a lot about emotional healing and renewal. Healing the wounds from the past and moving forward with a new perspective. So, yeah. So this is going to be a big turning point for so many of us, right? We're going to start to apply what we've learned about our emotions, about setting boundaries, and about how to regulate ourselves, self-regulation. So let's get into our reading, and we will start with Aries. Hello, Aries. It's almost your birthday, Aries. So yes, this reading will take us into Aries. So let's see what the cards hold for Aries for this week of March 16th. Hopefully everyone is enjoying their week. Today, I'm recording this on Friday the 13th. Today's my niece's birthday, so happy birthday to Shelby. It's a nice day today. So we'll see where this takes us. Okay, Aries, on the root of the deck for Aries, the star, right? So a sense of renewal, hope. This is Aquarius. So for our Aquarian friends, we're leaning into the element of Aquarius. That is the last of the air signs. Highly intelligent, very intellectual. Ace of Cups, the Sun, oh my goodness, and Death, 3 major arcana. So changes, big changes for our Aries, right? Again, the star comes up in the tarot after the Tower, right? After there's been some upheaval, or even like some sudden chaos or sudden change. You have the Death card here. This is about rebirth. Today is Friday the 13th. The Death card is card number 13 in the tarot. If that number means anything to you, Aries, just make a note of that. So Death is about renewal, shedding the old, right, and moving into the new, the death and rebirth. Getting in touch with your emotions, leaning into your intuition, and letting that be your compass. Again, the star is hope, and it's also the northern star, your guiding light. So the inner light within, right, and the compass outside to follow. Those energies that kind of move us in the direction that speak to our soul, to give us our intuition. You have, like, again, you're leaning in, right? This could be, new relationships. But I really get the feeling, Aries, that this is your relationship with yourself. Feeling renewed, refreshed, and allowing yourself to receive. You have the Sun. So it's time to be a little carefree, right? Maybe not quite so serious. Change is on the horizon. It's always change to bring you into a better place or a new place. If you are healing from any past wounds, if you have any past wounds to look at, healing is on the horizon for you. Aries, you always start us out very strong. Thank you so much. And we will if I can speak. Move into Taurus. Hello, Taurus. Let's see what the week of the 16th, as we move out of retrograde into spring. What does this hold for Taurus? We have the Queen of Pentacles face up, one card face down that jumped out. And you have two cards here. Queen of Swords, the Ten of Wands, Four of Cups on the root of the deck. So let's see. Justice, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Ten of Wands, Four of Cups, right? So Four of Cups, this is reflection. This is reflecting on the things that have been really difficult for you, burdens that you've been carrying that have been too much, things that people have been putting upon you that they're not yours to carry, right? You're like, no, like you're just sitting there underneath the tree and there's a hand coming out of the clouds. Generally the hand through the clouds is an invitation for an opportunity, but you're like, no, like I can't take any more. I can't do one more thing that's not aligned with me. I've been carrying the burdens or the responsibility or the weight for so long. That's coming to a conclusion. You have Justice. This is Libra energy. So things are coming back into harmony and balance for you. It's no longer one-sided where you have to bear or take on the work or the job of others, right? Things are starting to even out, and I think this is from you just making your declaration. You know, the person in here has their sword right in, straight up. It's kind of like, sword is up. I'm cutting out all the stuff that's not working for me. I'm getting really clear. You also have the Queen of Swords rather. And she is getting very clear. If you see like the clouds are here, and it looks like she's starting to rise above the clouds. So rising above all the chatter or all the things that have kept you from seeing like where you want to go. The Ten of Wands is there's a lot of different meanings to this depending on the reading. But in this card, he's carrying so much. His head is down. He cannot see where he's going because of the amount of work and responsibility he's been carrying. And this has been you, Taurus. And you're going like, no, like, here's a hand. It may be the hand of opportunity to say, wait a minute, like, you need to, step up and take your place because things are not balanced and fair. But maybe you can't quite see that because you're exhausted, right? There could be some tired exhaustion here. Queen of Pentacles, this is your queen. Make sure as you're working towards fulfillment and life and, abundance and money and all the things that we need, that you don't wear yourself out. You don't lose your focus in the process. You're getting really clear. Both of these, the Justice, which is Libra, which is an air sign. Sword is straight up, like I'm going direct. The Queen, her sword is straight up. Her hand is lifted. She's going, no, I'm elevating myself now. The Queen of Pentacles, I'm moving myself into comfort. And Taurus, you like comfort. You like luxury, right? You love these things. You're finally moving back towards that. If you feel like you've been separated from that, or there's been a lot going on, there's a reward coming for all the work that you've done, whether you feel like it's been work for you or others. Your reward is coming. So thank you, Taurus. Beautiful reading. Let's move on to hello, Gemini. How are our Gemini friends? Let's see what this week holds for Gemini as we go into spring. Re-release some of the energies from the Mercury retrograde. And this is probably the easiest of the three retrogrades as we go through the season or through the year. The other retrogrades might be a little more intense And as they will be, they're all in water signs. So you start with the first water sign. It's kind of like the baby. And then the second one has a little more knowledge and wisdom. And then the third has a lot of wisdom. So, Queen of Wands, Two of Cups. This is Gemini. Queen of Wands, Two of Cups. Today is Friday the 13th. There's a black cat on this card. Five of Wands, Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, Two of Cups. So I'm just going to pull my chair forward. So Gemini, there could be relationships coming in or harmony within a relationship that has felt like there's been a conflict there. As if there's a relationship that you've had to struggle with. It could be a family, it could be a lover, it could be friends, it could be your work. It feels like there has been a struggle in some relationship where you keep trying and you feel like you're fighting against the wind or you're fighting against yourself. That's coming to an end. I think somebody's having a realization, and it could very well be you or another person, that wait a minute, this is not nurturing. This is not the way it should be. Two of Cups, coming back into relationship harmony. Guided, of course, we have the lion's head up here and we have the wings here. So there's an overarching feeling that there's divine guidance coming in to help restore harmony in this relationship. Queen of Wands, finding your place in here. So if any of our Gemini friends have been a little quiet, now Mercury rules Gemini. So this is your planet, which is retrograde, which could have put you in a position where you couldn't get the words out or you couldn't speak your mind. That's starting to change. You're starting to take your place. And look at the sunflowers. A couple things. The sunflowers, right? They follow the sun. So it's telling you to turn your face to the sun. Allow your feelings to be illuminated and validated. And just because today is Friday the 13th of the recording of this, black cat, which is considered, some people say, it's unlucky and Friday the 13th is unlucky, but that's just not true. There's no truth to this at all. And the Queen of Wands, which is the fire queen, she's like, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in bad, there's anything to get in my way. I believe that I have the ability to build my destiny and to forge my destiny. Sometimes we have to let the energies of the universe, like the retrograde, kind of pan out a little bit and realize that there's harmony. Harmony is on the way for you, Gemini. Whatever this relationship is, there's been a conflict, though. And it could be, a conflict of several different people or just a whole series of a lot of misunderstandings coming to a conclusion. But there's harmony in relationships coming for you, Gemini friends. So thank you so much, Gemini. We will move on to hello, Cancer. How is Cancer? So you will be receiving the next Mercury retrograde. But for now, Jupiter is in your sign. Jupiter loves, that's my sign, right? That's my planet, Sagittarius. And it's also Pisces. But Jupiter loves being in Cancer. And Cancer, it is stationed direct, so you might feel a lot of emotional things coming up and some emotional healing. But let's see what this week in particular. Seven of Swords, very interesting. Let's see what the rest of the cards say, because there's several interpretations of the Seven of Swords. Justice. On the root of the deck, Queen of Cups. Right. This is your queen, by the way. So whenever you pull your own element or your own major arcana, this is put you in a stronger position, right, to move forward. So Queen of Cups, okay. Seven of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Justice, Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, the root of the reading is that you have control of your emotions and your faculties. You don't let them take over, but you let them be your guide. I'm going to say there's been some unfairness or some type of deception around you, or somebody that hasn't been telling you the truth. Whether they were telling you if it was something about their feelings, I don't think so. No, but somebody has not been honest with you, and that if that's the case, that's going to be revealed. And in the midst of that revelation, you're going to find out that, oh, wait a minute. Not only were you completely right, but if this has to do with job and work, with your work or your career, or if you're an entrepreneur, right? This is going to catapult you. So it could be the feeling that someone has been saying negative things about you that have kept you from being able to move forward. That's going to come to an end. 10 of Pentacles, right? Like you're coming into some really beautiful abundance. Justice comes out again, right? There's a sense of fairness, equality coming back in, being restored. Whoever this person is, like they're not going to get away with whatever it is that they're doing or saying. It's almost like there was a little bit of sabotage or an attempt, and it may have held you back from either promotion or getting your business off the ground, or being known for who you truly are and your abilities. That's going by the wayside. The Queen of Cups, although she doesn't let her emotions take over, she's highly intuitive, and using her intuition, which is you, she's going to find a way to expose the thief for what, and I'm saying the word thief, yes, for what they are. And in doing so, trust is restored, abundance, bounty is restored, and harmony comes back to you. Cancer, I love this. I love this. Beautiful reading, Cancer. So let us know if you are inclined. And we'll move on to, hello, Leo. How are our Leo friends? Happy end of Mercury retrograde. A happy spring. Happy everything, Leo. I love Leos, right? They're just so bubbly. They have literally like the sun shining on them. So let's see what this week holds for our Leo friends. Again, this is the week of the 16th through the 22nd of March. Yeah, so Leo, let's see what else comes out here. One card face down. Okay, you want to come out? You want to come out? Okay. You want to get 4 cards today, Leo? I'll let you have 4. 4 of Cups, root of the deck. Let's see. 2 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. Okay, 6 of Wands. So Leo, I get the feeling like you feel like you have to forge your own way. Like you feel like you can't, or you haven't been able to accept help, or the help that has been offered hasn't been authentic. Like somebody said, "Oh yes, I'm going to be here. I'm going to help you with this. I have this expertise and this knowledge. I can move you forward," but it wasn't true. So you're trusting your intuition. You're going, no. I've been down this road before. Like, you're not going to fool me again. You know, you're finding how to balance that out. How to balance the deceptive. There's a lot of deception coming up today. How to balance that with starting to trust again. Trust your intuition and trust the right people. This is not going to last very long, Leo. You're on the edge of a transformation because you will be seen as the victor. You'll be seen as, oh, wait a minute. You were telling the truth the whole time. This other person who was trying to... And I really get the feeling, Leo, that this was someone who was pretending to be a helpful person, but they were really trying to take advantage of you. And this is not exactly what the cards are saying. This is what's coming through intuitively. They were trying to take advantage of your skills, of your knowledge and your wisdom. So Leo, let me know if that resonates. You will come out victorious. You will be seen as for exactly the light that you are. And they will just disappear into the shadows. Very interesting. Let's change decks. Let's go on to Virgo. Leo, I'm loving this for you. Let's go on to Virgo and see what the cards hold for Virgo. Let me just give these cards another shuffle. And we'll go to Virgo. Hello, lovely Virgo. How are you? I have some beautiful Virgo friends. Oh, one of them, she's a dear, dear friend. She's also a yoga teacher, so it's just like, oh, yes. Let's see what this week holds for our Virgo friends as Mercury goes back direct. We have clearer communication. Page of Swords. Education, learning, new ideas, Virgo. But Virgos, I think, kind of like that. Although Virgo is an earth sign, they have a lot of personality with air signs. In my foresight. Empress on the root of the deck. Page of Swords. Page of Swords, like learning something new. And then you have the Empress on the root of the deck. Like what project are you presenting to the world? Like what are you birthing out there? Are you starting an entrepreneurial venture? Let's see. Yeah, Queen of Wands, Four of Pentacles. Yes, so this sounds to me, again, a lot of major arcanas today too. So I just, for this week, so I love this. What are you birthing out into the world? You're learning something new, or you're taking what you've been studying or learning through either a period of time or through life, and you're getting really excited because, like, you know this is something that is really golden for you to put out there. A lot of entrepreneurs coming up today. You're getting it really excited, and you're really starting to own your passion and let yourself shine. There might be a phase, Virgo, where you're like a little cautious, like a little bit at a time. You are an earth sign, right? You're our second earth sign, so you're still a little cautious about moving forward, but there's a lot of excitement, Virgo, for whatever it is that you're learning or have been learning over the past several years. It's like you're taking several pieces of something, putting it together, like putting different ingredients together to present something out there in an entrepreneurial way. This is really good because you have the Empress, and just in this depiction, right? Like it's the earth. Like she is birthing something into the earth. This will be something that is really needed in the world. So it could be something along the spiritual lines or along holistic lines. Virgo, you have something you're putting out there to everyone. Can't wait to see what it is. By all means, feel free to share it once you do that. Put it in the comments. Let everybody know here what you're doing. And we will now move on to Libra. Hello, Libra. How are you? Libra's been through a lot of hard work, a lot of responsibility. So let's see what this week holds for our Libra friends, shall we? And one more. Libra, on the root of the deck for you, the Wheel, Sagittarius. The Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fate and Destiny. So since this is, Vrksasana and yoga or tree pose, right? She feels stable and steady on the midst of balancing on top of the world, on top of her world. Let's see what these cards hold for you, though. The Lovers, Gemini, Justice, your own card. Queen of Cups, 4 cards, Libra, 3 major arcana. So these are like big life shifts. So your past several readings, Libra, have been filled with like a lot of responsibility, taking on a lot of mental chatter or even commotion going on, trying to resolve different things in your mind. That's coming to a conclusion. Again, finding your balance and being stable enough to just stand even just on one leg. And really, if you look at it, like she's standing on her toes, on literally taking your place on top of the world. Turning the wheel of fate and destiny in your favor. You have the Lovers. You have, this is choice. This is harmony. This is harmonious choices. Making choices that are fully aligned with you. And just by the way, this is Sagittarius. And so is Temperance. And this woman here is a Sagittarian. She's got the Sagittarian symbol on her arm. Just saying. Leaning into that fire energy. So lean into your fire, friends, right? Now, finally making choices that are aligned, that make you feel impassioned. Your card. Finding harmony and balance. Queen of Cups. So there's a lot of emotional fulfillment here from where you're going now. There's like this huge download. I just love the depiction of this because she's sitting, she looks like like she's sitting in water. And there's the, like a Tibetan singing bowl here, and her hands are up. She's ready to receive, just like here. Her hands are outreached. Her hands are up, like we're ready to receive. These cards are very similar in nature and energy. You are finally, Libra, ready to receive balance and harmony and relationships that really align with the core of who you are. You're taking the lead. So if you haven't been taking the lead lately, you are now, Libra. Great forward motion, Libra. This is exciting. So let us know if you feel like it, right? And we will move on to hello, Scorpio. How are our Scorpion friends during this time? And you will you'll be the last of the Mercury retrogrades for this year. But right now, it is in your fellow sign of Pisces. So let's see what this Mercury retrograde, coming to the conclusion, moving into the spring equinox, holds for our Scorpion friends. So let's see, shall we? Scorpios are about death and rebirth, right? Completions, ending cycles, beginning new cycles, getting rid of the old, and welcoming in something new. So let's see what the cards hold for our Scorpio friends. I'm loving this reading for everyone. Everyone has something really big happening. 5 of Swords. So let's see where the 5 of Swords is going to take you. 8 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. Okay, so once you clear your mind, this is asking you to clear your mind, Scorpio. Once you decide to clear your mind or not let other people influence you, right? You've got all these influences here, but this is your influence here. This is like your soul talking to you, saying, don't listen to them. You need to release this. You need to trust yourself. But you're highly psychic. Scorpio, you're highly psychic. Right? Get rid of the old shadows. Listen to yourself. That is the angel on your shoulder. 8 of Pentacles, there's an abundance. There's money coming to you. 8 of Pentacles. This is an alchemizing card, not traditionally. 8 of Pentacles is traditionally starting to receive a reward for the work that you're doing. In this deck, though, if you see she's got plants and crystals and candles, she's creating the abundance and the wealth and the comfort that she wants. You have to get rid of all these other influences, Scorpio. Lean back into your own self, your own inner shadow. And you have the ability now to alchemize the life that you want. This is a life of abundance. This is ultimate security. And this is a life that you are driving. No one else is driving it for you. Once you start to do that, A lot of generous offers are coming your way. And in turn, you are generous to others who have helped you along the way, who believed in you. Once you start moving, Scorpio, 8 of Wands, there's nothing stopping you. This is a fast-moving energy. This will probably start very soon after the retrograde ends. 8 of Wands, very quick motion, very quick energy. This balance of giving and receiving and allowing, alchemizing, creating exactly what you want. Wow, Scorpio. That's a great reading. Let me know how that resonates. Let me know what comes in or what you're working on if you choose. We will move on to hello, Sagittarius. How are Sagittarian friends? Welcome to your reading. Okay, first card popped out. Knight of Cups. There's a white horse in the background. There's a love letter here. The gentleman sitting here with roses, red roses, which indicates love, but let's, okay, which indicates love. Okay, this is really interesting. Knight of Pentacles. So, Sagittarius, reminding you to be patient and take your time. Something new is coming in that, I think this is very relationship oriented. It could be a lover. It could be just new relationships forming in general. This is an invitation to take your time, right? He's off the horse, and he's, the horse doesn't even have any reins. The horse is just following him. He's just on a stroll, letting life lead him wherever it is life is leading him. Horses, and there's 2 horses here. This is a lot nod to me. It's my uncle on the other side talking. They're highly intuitive, highly sensitive animals. They are very healing for a lot of people. So, Sagittarius, if you're going through something, you feel something new is stirring, maybe go horseback riding. This is a reminder, though, Sagittarius, slow down, take your time. Underneath of this is a 10 of Pentacles, right? Abundance, reward is on its way to you. It's coming, though, through other people's resources. You have the Knight of Cups. He is the most romantic card in the deck. Not the King of Cups, but the Knight of Cups. He's got the red roses. He's got the white horse here. And with the horse, his foot is lifted. So that means he is ready to take action. He is ready to come in and meet you and to give you whatever it is he has for you. There is a blanket here as if there is a like a little picnic or a little picnic lunch. But there's an envelope. There's an envelope, and that envelope is probably a love letter or an invitation. Now, we don't know, right? We don't know. But there's something coming your way, and it comes in to help to heal whatever you've been through in the past. Whatever, I'm going to start crying. Whatever old emotions or old relationships that have wounded you, this is coming in to heal this. It's a completely different energy. It's an energy that accepts you for exactly who you are, letting you embrace yourself and let yourself shine. This is very interesting, Sagittarius. Again, go slow. There's no need to rush. This could be about somebody helping you create financial stability and wealth. And this also is coming around healing the wounds from your past, healing your heart, and setting yourself free from all of this heartbreak. That's Sagittarius. This is interesting. Let me know. Let me know if you want. We will move on to Capricorn. Hello, Capricorn. How are you? Happy end of Mercury retrograde. Happy spring. I love Capricorn. We know I have a lot of Capricorns on my father's side. A lot. I mean, I talk about my dad's mother, my paternal grandmother, who is the guide for all of this, for me teaching yoga and for all of this. And I fully acknowledge her for that. But on my dad's side in general, there's a lot of Capricorns. There's probably a dozen or more. in the living existence. Yeah. So 2 of Wands, Capricorn. So dreaming of a new future. Starting to get things in the purview of where you want to go. The Hierophant. Right? Your connection, your ultimate connection to Source. The Hierophant is the divine counterpart to the High Priestess. She has not come out. We had the Empress come out, not the High Priestess. But the Hierophant, right? Allowing, we had the Star card come out, which is the first card at the, I think at the root of the deck for Aries. That's that guiding light, like during the nighttime. And this is like everything is opened up, the sun is shining, and you're rising to a higher self. Let's see what else comes up though. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. 2 of Wands, Page of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. Again, 2 major arcanas, a lot of major arcanas today. Getting a new outlook on life, changing your perspective. I really feel, Capricorn, this is a more spiritually aligned element. Getting really grounded. Pentacles is about, money, stability, wealth. And it's also about getting really grounded as to who you are and where you're going. And you're an earth sign. You're the ultimate of the earth signs. Like you're the last of the earth signs. As you start, right, to dream about what your future to look like. Who are you becoming? Get really grounded, right? Lean into your own element. Your perspective is changing. You're going in a whole new direction. You're being spiritually and divinely guided. So lean into those spiritual elements. Lean into your spirit guides, if that's something you believe in. Look for symbols and signs. Like right here on this card, like there's a globe here. Maybe that means something to you. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe the staircase. Back in the day, it was what Led Zeppelin for me, was like Stairway to Heaven. Like we all thought that there was a golden staircase going to heaven. Maybe it's, you're starting a yoga practice, which completely changed my perspective on things. And maybe it's digging back into the root of who you are. So much in life, we get pulled away from who we are. We get distracted by society, get distracted by expectations, we get distracted by the things, everything in the world that we're being marketed to all the time. So we get pulled away from ourselves. Go back to the root of who you are. Changing your perspective from where you have gone, if you've gotten off course, coming back and let yourself being guided by the divine. Thank you so much, Capricorn. Let's move on to Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius. How are you? Happy spring, almost, right? As we move in. And that's for the Northern Hemisphere. For the Southern Hemisphere, I guess we're going into the fall season. I have a couple Aquarius friends in the Southern Hemisphere. I have a Capricorn friend in the Southern Hemisphere, so I want to make sure I put that out there. So what does the tarot hold for our Capricorn friends? And our Aquarius friends, we just did Capricorn. Our Aquarius friends for this week as we change and shift and move forward and find light. 7 of Wands. Interesting. And 3 of Cups. This card came to me last night. Six of Swords. Yeah. Swords is your element. That is thought and logic, education. You're moving on to something new. You have Ace of Wands in this deck. This is leaning into your intuition. Again, another spiritual element here. leaning into the power that is within you, the ultimate intuition that is within you. That is telling you you're leveling up, you're going to a new place. Take some time to meditate here, Aquarius. Let yourself get quiet. You know, they say that the quiet has so much to say, but we can't hear it during the day, right? With all the noise happening, but when you get really quiet, that's when things come to you. And when you sit in your quietness and stillness, and all the things that haven't been able to get to you are finally starting to make their way up. Your intuition is starting to grow and increase and getting very strong. You're changing communities. Some of you, because this is a card, Six of Swords, is about moving on, moving forward, almost blindly. They're almost unsure of where you're going, but you know you're being guided to do something different or something new. You're being guided to a community, Aquarius, that is more aligned to the future you that is evolving, or that is blossoming, or that is being birthed out. Like, you know, the butterfly, you know, opening up, right? You don't quite know where you're going to land, and it doesn't mean you have to land anywhere, because it's a constant evolution, but you're being guided. Lean in again, meditate, or at least get some quiet time. I tell people all the time, 5 breaths. Close your eyes, take 5 slow, deep breaths, and then go on. Do that a couple times a day. That will change your perspective on things. That will turn your focus inward. If you do that a couple times a day, your focus will start to shift. Your intuition will start to open. And as it does, even though you don't know where you're going, you trust. You trust that there's a community out there that you're moving towards, that's ready to embrace you. I love this. I love this. One of my favorite cards in the whole deck, Three of Cups. And any of the decks, this is my favorite card. One of my favorites. Aquarius. I love this for you. That is your reading for this week. Big changes and shifts happening. And let's move on to our beautiful Pisces friends. Pisces. You are carrying Mercury retrograde, the first one of the calendar year 2026. So you're carrying a lot here. So let's see what this final week of Mercury retrograde holds. A final week of Pisces season as we move into Aries season, as we move into the calendar of the new year for the zodiac, for the zodiacal wheel, right? That's the new year for the zodiac calendar. Maybe not our traditional Gregorian calendar, but for our zodiac calendar. So Pisces, what does this week hold for our Pisces friends? And this week my daughter has a birthday on the 18th, so yeah. Today, like I said, today's my niece's birthday. Okay, that one wanted to come out as well. 8 of Cups, another card about moving on, moving towards yourself. Let's see what the other cards hold. Chariot, yeah, Pisces, you're ready. 7 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, a lot of 5 of Cups, a lot. Okay, a lot of moving on, a lot of money coming in. So I'm loving for the signs that are really kind of creating abundance for themselves, whatever abundance means for you. 8 of Cups. So she's walking away from the water. She's moving towards the sun. So she's moving towards things that light her up, that clear the path, that show where she needs to go. The Chariot, another major arcana, right? Pisces, you are so ready. You are so ready for a new adventure. You've been stuck for probably about 10 years. A couple of signs have been stuck for a really long time. The last 3 years have probably been more intense, but cumulatively, probably about 10 years, Pisces, and you are just ready. You're ready to just kind of like break free and run away. Everything that you've been doing over these past several years, finally, the roots are starting to grow and it's finally making its way up. This is about money. Some of you are going to have very big career shifts because you're coming into the King of Pentacles. Self-made. It's not going to be too long places where you can take an exhale and sit back and receive the reward for everything you've been going through. Like that past is behind you. You know, take time to reminisce about where you've been, about the things that have, you know, caused you stress, or the things that have held you back from moving here. More in the relationships that didn't work. And then move on. And but the thing is, Pisces, like, you're so ready. You're so ready. It's probably going to happen sooner rather than later. You've been working so hard on yourself, on your emotional status, on healing the past. You don't see it yet. You see sparks of inspiration coming. It's going to move very quickly for you, Pisces. You'll finally come to a place of comfort, being able just to breathe again. So everyone, that is your reading for the week of March 16th through the 22nd. If you have any questions, put them in the comment box. Always, I am available for a reading. If you want, send me an email. And until next time, and enjoy the retrograde and enjoy happy spring. And I'll see you next time.